Hi, I'm Ada Plum. For my deep listening interview, I chose my first friend at Rollins, Kat Conrad. She's 21 and born in Boston, Massachusetts. Kat goes to Rollins and is the same year as me. We're entering our senior year. She is an anthropology major and a sociology minor. I met her on the first day of our RCC class together. Um, as we were walking back from our first class, like the orientation day, we coincidentally realized we live right across from each other. So we're now entering our senior year and are still very close. I chose her because she is someone I lived my whole college experience with, and so I thought it would be an interesting interview. Um, so first, I kind of asked her like what her favorite memory of me was, or her first memory of me. And again, it was when we were doing the icebreakers in our RCC class, and that's kind of how we became friends because you had to step into a circle and um, basically like you got to know people based on like what your common interests were. Um, And then she said, for what makes us such great friends, we have a really good communication um, resolving issues. And so we're very open about it. And we talked about how that kind of makes the resolving process much faster. And then I asked her what her first impression of me was and has it changed or stayed the same. She said that she was really scared of me when we first met each other. And she ended up saying that that has changed and I'm not as scary anymore. And then, where do you want to be in 10 to 20 years? She basically said that she just wants to be financially secure and be around a great group of people. And her inspiration, she said that it was me, surprisingly. She said that I'm very strong, and even like in uncomfortable situations, I'm able to, act brave, I guess. Um, the main life lesson that I want my peers to remember from this interview is my parents always told me when making new friends, there's a quote they said, it's make new friends but keep the old. Those are silver and these are gold. And I think that this really applies to this friendship because, we've known each other for so long over the years. Like, we're obviously going to make new friends. So I think that it's important to remember your older friends. Um, and the listening wisdom points that I used during the interview, we started with the golden pause. So we just sat for a moment of silence for a minute. Um, a big one was eye contact and also responding to her answers. Um, Nonverbal communication, just like nodding my head or just letting her know that I was listening. And a big one for me was no distractions, so I wasn't looking at my phone. Okay, what is your first memory of me?
I can't remember if we met. We definitely met on move-in day, but I don't really remember it. So the first thing that I remember is in our RCC class when we were doing icebreakers. But prior, we were just kind of like mingling and stuff because we've been hanging out earlier in the week. And I just remember like watching you, like not creepily, but when you like you're new, you don't really know anybody. I'm awkward, so I was like I kind of just like watch everybody else interact. So I was like watching you and I'm like, wow, she looks so cool. And I remember being so afraid to go up and talk to you because I'm like, no, I'm too awkward. Like, I'd probably bother her.